So this is something that I've wanted to ask since I sat down with you. The story that just came out with Simon Cowell.
Yeah.
Tell me about it, because you're kind of the party boy. You were the party boy of One Direction.
Yeah. Do you know what? Honestly, it was always kind of going to happen. It was one of those things that, look, I was 18 when I first joined the band, and 18 is when you can first obviously start drinking in England. So you're in a very naive, immature, juvenile headspace, and all of a sudden you've got a little bit of power, you know. So I was at that stage in my life where it was really exciting to party and to be drinking. I just didn't realise that the two lives don't really coincide, and I made a mistake. I had a little bit too much to. I definitely had too much to drink, but actually, looking back in hindsight, that was the start of me really building my relationship with Simon. I really listened to him, and it was really constructive for me. I needed someone to kind of say, "Listen, watch yourself."
Was it as scary in person? Because I'm scared watching him on TV sometimes. I'm like, I couldn't sit in the same room with him. I'm terrified. Was it that scary?
Well, it was like one of those things where it was like he was making me feel really comfortable and like really like coming from a point of almost like family advice, but there was just certain things that he said in a certain way that you just knew. I was like, I got to abide by these promises now. I got to.
Now, have you done it again? Have you been so drunk on stage like, oh, Simon's going to know?
Not that Simon's known about, no. No, never that bad, never that bad.
So tell me the craziest fan moment One Direction history. When you started One Direction until the end, what was the craziest fan moment?
Oh, so many. It's difficult to say. There was one memory always sticks out to me, and we were in Italy, and we were playing almost like a coliseum, and we went in for sound check. It was like middle of the day, and we were performing in the evening, and there was some fans waiting outside, and we actually could walk up right to the top of the coliseum, and we looked over the top. And honestly, I'd never seen anything like it in my life. Even across the whole time in One Direction, there was just a surge of people, so many of them singing the song. I mean, it was an amazing moment. Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so of your past bandmates, One Direction, whose single do you like the best? That's a tough one. I know.
mean, it's difficult to say because honestly, I mean, the results speak for themselves. They're all great songs. But if I'm going off my taste, and if I wasn't in the band and looking from an outsider perspective, I probably would go with Niall's Slow Hands. It's good. It's easy listening. He sounds great on it.
Completely.
So yeah.
All right, so you lived with them, you toured with them. Who is the dirtiest?
That's probably me.
It's you.
They would all say it was me, definitely. I'm not very tidy. I'm not very tidy at all.
You just own it.
I mean, look, it's just one of those things, isn't it? You know what I mean? That forever used to walk into a room, and you know what I mean? You walk into some mate's room, and they'd be like, "Oh, sorry, it's a mess," and I'd be looking around thinking it's half, it's not half as messy as mine. But anyway, it's never really bothered me. It bothered them though a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sure. All right, who's the most vain? Like, who cares about their looks at all times?
That's hard. I don't know. I mean, I suppose we're all quite equally vain.
Obviously,
I mean, you all want to look
can't
good.
Judge,
You all want to look good. Yeah, you look like you spent a while in your hair today.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't judge. I
Yeah.
can't judge situations. All right, if you could collab with any of them, which one would it be?
I mean, obviously, it's a theoretical question, so I would probably say, again, of taste and closest to my musical taste, again, would be Niall. But again, there can't be any of that. You know what I mean? It's all or nothing. Yeah.
So you're teasing us being here in Dallas, and I know you're off to New York. What, tonight?
Yeah, tonight. Yeah.
Running you ragged.
Yeah.
When can we expect you back in Dallas and actually see you perform?
Oh, that's a good question. Hopefully sooner rather than later. If I was speculating, I'd say probably the back end of next year. Because obviously we've got to get the album out, we've got to have that right. It's all speculation, but hopefully, I mean, look, I'll definitely be coming at some point, but hopefully at the end of the year.
I think that was the most asked question on Twitter. Everybody wanted to know when are we going to see him in Dallas? So I had to ask it to finish things off.
Yeah, cool.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Louis Tomlinson, live right here on AMP103.7.
Thank you.